Hello everyone, it's Cute Bunny here. It's behind this month, so today we're going to do monthly challenges. Now I have some news. It's like, okay, so what I've had to buy a couple of things in the last few weeks while there's been some sales on, and I have unfortunately found myself in a bit of a pickle with money. It's not due. I did a pay in full. It's not due till the end of next month because I actually covered everything but one payment's worth. But I have had $300 or $400 to find. I have just done that this morning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you through that, and then we'll go into the monthlies. So what I've done is I've taken out camping extras, about $30 of that. I took out some money out of my gifts. Now hear me out, because what I'm going to do is I've taken 50 out of gifts, and my current change challenge, there's a $50 change challenge I'm doing over there, and there's more change to go in next week. That can go straight back to the gifts, so that will not take its hit. The camping extras, well, that's what it's for, buying things, so I'm going to use that. And then what I've done is, I don't know who was here to remember hearing me talk about this last challenge here. So I wasn't sure if I was going to get this monthly challenge finished. So what I decided to do was retire it. I'm going to retire that. It's done. That money that was in there was about $100 and something, has been put into paying myself back for this little debt. This saves me using credit cards. This saves me taking a Centrelink advance, or like payments advance on, like, you know, government payment advance, whatever. This saves me using my credit card and having to find the money before interest hits, all of those things, all of the above. So this system is much better. Now all I really have got left to find is about $80. I can cover that easily in the next 3 or 4 weeks with some grocery savings, and maybe just giving myself a little bit less spending money. So, but I'll have some new things that I need coming in, and I had to get them while there's sales on, and they don't always have sales when you have the money. So that's where we're at. So that's fine. So that one's retired, but what I'd like to do is replace it with something else. And I have some other ones over here that I'm going to implement next year, so I might need to decide what I'm going to do. You know what I might do? I might use this one. I've got a bunch up there. I'm looking at deciding what I'm going to do next year. I'm trying to keep them lower. So I might actually even just do this one. And that way I can do whatever I want. Just give me a second, guys. I'm here. I had to check the doorbell and see what it was because of that stupid little kid last week. I wanted to make sure it wasn't him coming back for another round of being a doofus. Thankfully it wasn't. Something was delivered. So yeah, so where was I? So yeah, we'll do monthly challenges, then we'll add something to this, I reckon. So we've got to start with, I've got $50 this month. I probably don't need it that much now, but anyway. Also I bought a new calculator. I love the bubbly stuffers, and there's another girl who also uses this colour pink in Casio, and I'm like, nah, I'm a cheapskate. I bought this for like $7 something from one of the cheapy shops on their pension day the other day, and I did not know that you can use a calculator on full solar as long as it's daylight. How I did not realise that that's how they worked all these years, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to put a battery in it unless I need it. So, there we are. So where are we? August, $5. That's all that one needs. Do you know what? I'm thinking we might do August and September's right now. That way September's is out of the way, because next month I'm going to find it more of a struggle to find the extra money. So let's do August's and September's. So 5, 15 is 20. So it's 10 cents a day times 31 days is $3.10. We round it up to 5. That's how we do it for the newbies. And September's is 50 cents a day, which equals $15. That's actually right on the money times 30 days, right on the money, 15. Normally it's not it's not very often it's exact either. So yeah, I'm probably going to retire this one next year and I'll do some other things instead. But I'll probably bring it back. I could bring it back. We'll see how we go. Now, that monthly stuff is now going into this one. So what I'm thinking is I might just stick it in the back. That's not buffer. I took money out of buffer too, actually, to make up for this money. What I'm thinking is if I just stick this in the front, I'm actually not sure where this has got to go. I'm not actually sure where we're up to. We've got 200 and... it's not 624, I realised. It's only 500 and something. Because that 624 was was actually for travel, which I am going to be needing when I go on my camping trip. 544 is what I've actually got, plus 20. But this, I will still have enough in here to get me through at least a month. By the end of the year I'll have at least a month's worth of this when I need it. So 544, if I go back to that, then I know what I'm doing. Yep. Alright, that's the best way to handle that. Put that back in there in a minute. So I'm just going to stick that to the front, and then, you know what, I'll just put it in here. It really won't matter. Fully funded, fully funded. You did it. Wherever I haven't got fully funded, I'll just stick the next lot in there. I will have to redo it because it's a bit tricky. And I also have more notes now too. So I've got some more prop notes. I bought some more the other day. And I've been able to pull out and swap out 10s for a 50 of the play note money from Officeworks. So it means I've got some extra notes floating around at the moment, which is, I can sort that later. So that's that one done. That's $20 done. That's 2 months worth, so I'm ahead, so that's awesome. I think just at this point of the year I'd rather just do that. That one's done also. Awesome, that's good. That makes me feel better. Now, alright, we're going to do the scratch off. Now again, I took the money out of both of these to pay myself back. So and what I've done is I have relabeled these for next year and made them super small. That whole thing, like I'll talk to you about that next year, but yeah, well, I've already done that. So basically the $15 for this month can go in, and from then on I'll still have extra money to put towards that, and I'll still be there. I will still have at least a month's worth by the end of the year. I should easily have that because I'll be also adding all this money, and then I'll also be adding whatever else comes. Yeah, I know. I really don't like the way the scratch offs have the silly stickers on them, and then you've got to find a way to pull the stickers off at the end as well. And I also find that they scratch. They actually scratch your whole... I'm not sure about what the scratching tools do, but anything else that you use seems to scratch the surface as well. Anyway, so 15 can go in. That's empty. Take that off. 15 can go in, and I haven't got 15. Alright, we're just going to put 20 in. We're just going to put 20 in, guys, because I'm starting again almost, so let's just do that. Alright, okay, cool. So that gives me $10 to find something to do with this. Now, I'm just gonna, this is from No Bucks Given. These are ones she started for next year, but I'm going to use them for the rest of this year and next year. I'll probably keep using them. So we're going to do September's. I don't really care. At this point, we'll just do whatever. We could just do them by months, whatever. Or we could just do August's. Hang on, we'll go back. Let's just do it that way. We'll do August. We're going to do... Honestly, we're just going to roll a couple. And we're just going to use the $10 for the whole month because that's all I've got. I do have a 4-sided dice now, so I don't know how these work. 1. Yep. So we've got a 1. We've got a 2. I don't know if it's easier to do on here. 4. So a 1 and a 2 and a 4. 1, 2, 4. So that's 7. We've got at least enough for another 1. And another 4. Oh well, we'll just do 3. 7, 9, 10. Alright, and we've got 10. We're just going to do it that way, guys, because I'm not fiddling around with IOUs and I only have one monthly video each month. I don't have a chance to get extra money in here, so we're just going to do whatever we got to do. The other option for this one is $1 a pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then just have $10 a month anyway. I just thought that might be a bit more fun, but anyway. Alright. So it's going to be a little bit less, but that's fine. Now, next month's already covered. So we've got one big one in November. So I reckon next month we might tackle October's. And then we'll do some more in that one. And what's the scratch off? We have to scratch the part of this so we know what we're going into for September. And I've already forgotten what I've put on the other side, so that's good. By the time I get to next year, I've forgotten again, so that's good. So 20. Ugh. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's going to be one big one or one whatever. So thank goodness I put the extra one of them away. So next month, 20 minimum has to go in there. I'm thinking we might do the 10. And then the 20, that's 30, and then I reckon maybe whatever's left into the other one. So, and then by the end of the year I might be a slightly bit ahead. I'm not liking these big ones, that's why next year mine are going to be no bigger than 10. No bigger than 10s. Anything up to 10s, that's what they're going to be from now on. So I'm just glad that I've still made a way to make this work. I've still got a little bit left for the rest of the year. I haven't had to borrow money from anything important. I haven't had to take money out of my savings accounts. I haven't had to take money out of anywhere else. The whole purpose of the cash budgeting system is to find this money from an alternative source and not have to go into debt for things that we need that aren't expected. So I'm actually really happy and really proud of the way I've been able to find that money, and I will be able to finish funding the rest of that money without anything having to go. I haven't had to take anything out of the house maintenance, the emergency fund, the bills, no credit cards, no debt, no nothing. So just a little bit less money here and there for a few things, and that's my washing machine. Noisy little thing. And that's it. End of the day. I'll be living a little bit less next month just to make the rest of that money up. There's about 80 to 100 bucks that I want to make up to finish that off, and from there on it's full pelt to Christmas or to the end of the year. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.